So you're traveling from Ukraine to the US, and let's be honest, heading into a massive airport like one in New York can feel, well, a little overwhelming. That's why we've put this guide together, a simple, super practical roadmap to help you navigate it all with confidence. Let's get right into it.
This quote really hits the nail on the head, doesn't it? Feeling a bit of anxiety in an airport is totally normal. But think of this explainer as your cheat sheet for that puzzle. We're going to give you the exact words you need right when you need them.
Okay, so let's walk through this just like you would at the airport, step by step. We're going to tackle the three big checkpoints: check-in, security, and immigration. And for each one, I'll give you the must-know English phrases.
First stop, the check-in counter. The absolute key here is being prepared. Have your documents out and ready to go, so when the agent says, "May I see your passport and ticket?" you can just smile and say, "Here are my passport and boarding pass. I'd like to check one bag." See? Simple, clear, and gets things moving.
And hey, here's a tiny pronunciation tip that makes a huge difference. For the phrase boarding pass, make sure you put the stress on that first syllable. Say it like this: boarding pass. That little bit of emphasis just helps it cut through all the noise of the airport.
All right, check-in is done. Next up, the TSA security screening. I know this part can feel a bit intense with all the lines and bins, but trust me, it's actually a really straightforward process once you know the routine. So here's the drill. You'll put your carry-on bags onto the conveyor belt. Be ready to slip off your shoes and your belt. Any laptops or big electronics have to come out of your bag and go into a separate bin. And oh yeah, that famous liquids rule, any liquids need to be 100 milliliters or less, and they all have to fit in one clear bag. Just knowing that order of operations takes away so much of the stress. Now, what if you're traveling with medicine? You really don't have to give them your life story. All you need to do is calmly tell the TSA officer, "I have prescription medication. It's in my carry-on." That's it. That one clear sentence is all they need.
And now for the final checkpoint when you arrive, the immigration interview with a Customs and Border Protection, or CBP, officer. This part can feel intimidating, but your goal is super simple. Give short, honest, and confident answers. These are pretty much the greatest hits of questions you'll get. If they ask, "What is the purpose of your visit?" a one-word answer like tourism or visiting family is absolutely perfect. For "How long will you be staying?" just be direct. 2 weeks. And have the name of your hotel or the address you're going to ready. And this actually brings up a really important cultural point. American officials, they really value directness and efficiency. You might think telling a long, detailed story is helpful, but it can sometimes just create more questions. So stick to short, to-the-point answers. I promise, it's not seen as rude, it's just clear communication that helps everybody. Okay, so we've covered what to say. Now let's spend a minute on how you say it. Nailing just a couple of key sounds can make a world of difference, not just in being understood, but in making you feel way more confident. In English, something as small as a vowel sound can change everything. Take the short E in ship versus the long E in sheep. The meaning is totally different. Yeah, you really don't want to tell customs you're traveling on a sheep, right? So just listening for those little vowel differences is a great way to practice. Ah, the famous "tha" sound. I know, this one's tricky for a lot of people. But look, the trick here is all physical. To make that sound, your tongue has to just gently peek out between your teeth. Try it in a mirror. Say words like this, that, and thank you. You'll get the hang of it. And it's not just the sounds, it's where you put the emphasis. In English, just changing the stress can turn a noun into a verb. For instance, a record is something you listen to, but to record is the action of filming. Hearing that rhythm is a big part of sounding natural. Okay, so let's be real. Even if you do everything right, sometimes things just go wrong. A flight gets delayed, a bag gets lost. So think of this section as your emergency toolkit. And the number one rule, no matter what happens, is to stay calm. So you've made it through customs, you're standing at the baggage carousel, watching it go round and round, and your bag is nowhere to be seen. Oh, that's sinking feeling, right? So what do? Okay, don't panic. Grab your baggage claim ticket and go straight to your airline's baggage desk. Start with a simple, clear statement. "My bag didn't arrive." Give them your tag number and describe the bag. But here's the most important part. You need to ask, "Can you please open a delayed baggage report?" That phrase, that's the magic one that officially starts the search. Here's another classic airport nightmare. Imagine this. You land, check your watch, and oh no, your next flight is boarding in 45 minutes, and it's on the other side of the airport. The urge to panic is real, but there are specific things you can say to get help fast. Your first move, find anyone in an airport or airline uniform. Tell them clearly, I have a tight connection to Dallas. Give them the time, and then ask for help directly. Can you help me get there? Or what's the fastest way to my gate? Remember, these people are pros at solving exactly this kind of problem.
And one more what if. What if you're asked to go to secondary inspection at immigration? First things first, take a deep breath. Do not panic. This is usually just a random check or a routine procedure. Your job is just to stay calm, be patient, and answer their questions honestly, just like you did before.
We are so close to the gate. Before we wrap this up, let's just run through a final confidence checklist. These are the most powerful, simple tools you can have for a smooth trip. I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Your most powerful tool, your secret currency in any airport, is politeness. Simple things like, excuse me, thank you for your help, and especially this one, could you speak more slowly, please, can completely change an interaction and make people want to go out of their way to help you. All right, last few things to stick in your brain. 1. Keep your documents somewhere you can grab them easily. 2. Practice these key phrases out loud at home. It sounds silly, but it builds muscle memory. 3. Always remember your goal is just clear, calm communication. And here's a final pro tip. Take a photo of your baggage claim sticker. If you lose a little paper ticket, you'll still have the number on your phone.
You know, we started this by talking about the airport being a confusing puzzle, but now you've got the answer key. You have the scripts, you have the tips, and with a little bit of practice, you have everything you need to solve it. You've got this. Safe travels.